Hello, welcome back to Healing Mama Podcast. I am Val, aka Healing Mama, and this is the opening episode for season 2. So, welcome back, you guys. I hope everyone had an amazing July 4th weekend. Everyone was safe. My thoughts and my prayers are with people in Texas and the families that have lost loved ones and that are struggling. Sending so much love to those people out in Texas, the people that lost loved ones, the people that lost their homes and don't know where to go. So I'm sending so much love to Texas. So this episode will be a little bit different because this is our season opener, and I kind of just want to give you a brief rundown of the update. So I record all of my episodes for the most part, and when I put them out, they're probably weeks out, a week to 2 weeks out from when I originally recorded the video. I wanted to hop on and do episode 1 from season 2. I am so excited and so grateful for each and every one of you. You might catch my sunburn. I got really burned a couple weeks ago. I wanted to make this episode a update episode in the last couple of weeks. So I know a lot of you guys have been staying in touch and in tune with me and how I was looking for a home and I was stuck in my apartment. I talked about it a few episodes back. And finally, we are in a new spot. So you might hear some noise. I don't have a door to my office, to my little filming area, so there might be some background noise. I will do my best to cut it out. You'll see my dogs kind of in the background as well. You might hear some of their noise this season. I'm going to do my best to film in different spots and see what works best. So you might catch me in this room. You might catch me in another room. You might catch me outside in my little garden area. But we'll figure it out. So in the last couple of weeks, it has been very hectic, very busy. We did move. We are in our new spot, and it's not an apartment. We did find a condo, a townhome. So I'm grateful. My boys have space to run and go play outside. I have a little garden area, which brings me a lot of peace. And I've realized gardening is something that I've picked up that I have really enjoyed, and taking care of my plants and nurturing them and spending time in nature and in peace and with God. It's something that I feel has really helped me. And when I am kind of going through it, or I'm triggered by something, or I'm overwhelmed or overstimulated, just walking outside and getting some fresh air, some sunlight, watering my plants, or just sitting there and in my quiet stillness, it really does help. And so that has been awesome. I have been challenged a lot the last couple of weeks, and we'll kind of get into it in the episodes coming up. But I want to really focus on telling everyone that just because I'm going through this healing journey, or I'm going through this spiritual journey, or trying to better myself, doesn't mean that I'm perfect. It doesn't mean that every day I'm going to wake up and I'm going to be the perfect example for you. It's actually not the case. I am still learning, still growing, and every day for the rest of my life that will be the case. So I have good days and I have bad days. I have times where I'm triggered and I necessarily don't respond to the challenge accordingly the way I wish I would have. And so I've seen that in the last couple of weeks. I've been given, I'm going to say, opportunities, because that's what I'm going to call them, because it's opportunities for me to better myself and challenge myself to be a better person. And I haven't passed them all. And I have failed, and I have been disappointed in myself, right? But the point is, while I have failed and I can feel disappointment in the moment, I am trying to really stop and be grateful for the opportunity that I'm able to now see where I lacked any kind of growth, or I didn't really respond in the way I wish I would have. And it has literally probably been back to back to back with challenges. And at first I'm like, whoa, God, like, what's going on? Like, I was doing good. I was in my peace. And I'm realizing, I've been meditating, and every time I meditate, I feel like I'm being told, like, I'm in my birthing season. Like, this is my season where I'm in my birthing season and I'm about to give birth to something amazing. I'm about to give birth to a newer me, a newer opportunity, just a new season overall. But with birth, you have to go through labor pains. You have to go through challenges. You have to overcome certain things. So I keep telling myself, like, who said that me being in my birthing season was going to be easy? I'm just like, oh yeah, new things are coming. Heck yeah, I'm going to be in my birthing season. But I'm realizing, like, hey, I'm in my birthing season. Like, I'm going through my labor pains right now. I'm going through these struggles. I'm going through these challenges. And I'm not necessarily, you know, when it happens, I'm not necessarily looking at it like that. I sometimes do get overwhelmed and overstimulated. So I have to pump my brakes and say, hey, what is the lesson that I have to learn in all of this? And it has been challenging times. And I just tell myself, it's okay. What did I learn? What did I do wrong? How could I fix this? Where do I need to reparent myself? And using that as a tool and a guide to guide me further into growth and opportunity for being a better person. And so, really, I want just everyone to know that just because you're trying doesn't necessarily mean that you can't have bad days. And when you do have those bad days, don't be so hard on yourself, because you are human. You are learning, you're growing, you're never going to be perfect. And so just have grace with yourself, because I have found, and I'm continuing to find out, that I can be my biggest critic. I can, look down on myself and be like, wow, Val, like we really went to that level. And I don't need to be that, right? I need to come and look at myself at a point of grace and say, hey, I'm learning. I'm doing the best that I can. Yeah, I didn't do the best in this situation, but I learned from it. And I can change and I can do different and I can do better next time. And so I really feel like that's something that I will be able to speak on in season 2. And this season, I really want to dive deeper on levels of my trauma and how I'm healing. And I know we've touched base in trauma, but we haven't touched base into shadow work really tremendously. We've kind of lightly brushed on it. But I want to talk about generational curses. I want to talk about finding friends that are for you, not against you. A lot of the times we have friends, right? And I think we find these friends at the seasons in our lives where we necessarily need them. We attract them. We are attracted to the people in those seasons for a reason, right? They match our energies, they match our traumas, they match whatever it is. So we are naturally gravitating those people towards us. And so I feel like that's another thing I want to talk about, is the friendships and the nurturing. And as you grow, how it can get lonely, because you come to find that those relationships you've outgrown. You are no longer that person. At least I'm speaking for myself, I should say. I'm no longer able to fit in with certain friends that I did 10 years ago. We're on separate paths. I'm no longer broken, hurting Val. I am growing. I am learning. I'm trying to better myself, and I'm not who I was necessarily 10, 15 years ago when I created these friendships. So I want to get into that. I want to get into codependency. I want to get into shadow work and what I've been trying to get my certifications on and what that journey looks like for me. Some other topics I have is communication, manifesting, the good and the bad. I want to get into anger. I want to get into the power of positive thinking. I want to get into self-judgments and how we hold ourselves back. So there's just so much that I want to get into. I also have been contemplating opening a little series of healing and the steps that it takes to get through shadow work. And so that's something that I've been thinking about as well. So there's just so much ideas that I have for season 2 and the seasons to come. And if you have anything that you want to discuss or talk about or bring up or say, hey, Val, have you thought about this topic? I would love to hear from you. Of course, we'll have guests along the way where they could share their experiences, stories, and I've appreciated the time that I've had from every single guest in season 1, and I hope that you guys stick with me through this. And I'm so grateful. The growth that I have seen has been overwhelming at times and humbling. And it's just so amazing. And I'm just completely blessed for each and every one of you. And I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. And again, when you have a bad day, don't let it be something that takes you down and you look at yourself as a failure, or you look at yourself and you judge yourself harshly, because you're growing, I'm growing. And so I'm going to be gracious with myself. And I want you to have grace with yourself as well, because we're not going to be perfect in every single moment. And we are going to always stumble, and we are going to learn from that. And that's what the point is, right? Like, you stumble, but that's okay. Everybody's going to stumble. You're never going to stop going through challenges. But did you learn from it? Because if you didn't learn from it, then we're just going to keep repeating it over and over. Life will throw to you continuously the same situation until you have learned what you're supposed to take out of that lesson. And then the next lesson will come. And we'll take it day by day, moment by moment, breath by breath. And so, like I said, this isn't necessarily the first episode. It's the first episode that I'm putting out, but it's not an episode per se. This is just a catch up, ramble, kind of, hey, what's been going on since season 1 ended, which I didn't really give a lot of space. So this is the very next week. But in filming life and editing life for Val, it's been a few weeks. So I am, again, grateful for you guys. I send you so much love, peace, joy, positivity your way. And I hope you all have an amazing weekend. And until next time, have a great one. Bye, guys.